Keeping you and your family safe starts with staying informed. Well, unfortunately, there is a lot of misinformation out there these days, and knowing what's wrong or right can be tricky. That's putting it politely.
Yes.
That's why we bring on Dr. Kohli. Welcome, Doc. Today is Fact or Fiction Friday. So, Doc, help us out by saying if these popular beliefs about COVID-19 are fact or fiction. So our first one says there's a new COVID-19 test approved by the FDA that takes 15 minutes, costs $5, and needs no equipment to run. What? Is this fact or fiction? I had no idea.
This is fact, and it sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. Yes. I am so excited about this test because it could be a potential game changer. So get this. You collect the sample, put it on a little credit card-sized test kit, add the reagents, no equipment needed. 15 minutes, you have an answer, and it costs $5 to run. So you can imagine this is very much like a home pregnancy test or, some of the tests that would be available at the drugstore. And it could really change the way that we think about testing, really bring it into people's homes, bring it into their doctor's offices, and really overcome all those problems that we have with testing. Early on, we were worried about the accuracy of this test, but the most recent one that was just approved by the FDA, the Abbott test, has a 97% sensitivity. So that's awesome.
I'm going to go off script a little bit because you know how I feel about testing. I think it's so important. Why do we only order 150 million of these? That's the number I think I saw online. Why can't we order more? Is it production about these at-home testing?
It's a great question, Jeff. And Abbott, which is a big company, has really committed to producing a lot of these tests. So they're going to make 50 million tests every single month. And we may finally, with this test, get to the type of testing numbers that we need to get to. So they're just working on ramping it up. But I do think it's coming because this is going to change the way that we think about testing and make it accessible, as you said.
Totally on board. All right. Is this fact or fiction, Doc? Everyone who catches the coronavirus spreads it to others. Is that fact or fiction?
This one is fiction. And what's really odd about this virus, unlike other viruses like the flu, is that everybody who catches it does not spread it to others. In fact, 10% of people are responsible for 80% of the spread. The problem here, however, you guys, is we don't know who those 10% are. So we have to assume that everyone is spreading the virus because we don't know who those super spreaders are. But it's very weird because it doesn't spread in a uniform fashion like other viruses like the flu.
Okay, so our next one says men are more likely to die from COVID-19 than women. Wow, is this fact or fiction?
This one is fact, unfortunately.
Wow.
And Jeff, you got to make sure that Al and Brandon hear this because multiple studies have shown that men just have a higher risk of dying. There's many possible scientific explanations, biological differences, immune system differences, different behaviors, and different medical problems. But unfortunately, this is a fact.
Women win again.
Is that because women bear children? Like biologically, do they have something in them that allows them to withstand more adversity, or not even adversity, but viruses? Because I'm just wondering, biologically, we are the ones that are carrying it.
Women live longer biologically, right?
Yeah, why is that?
It's a great question, Sam, and there is a difference in the immune response of women. So our first-line defenders, our innate immune system, is stronger because that's driven by estrogen. And one of the theories could be because women, have to protect their child as well because they're carrying children. The other interesting thing is that the receptor that this virus uses to get into cells is on the X chromosome, which women have 2 copies of and men only have 1.
Wow. Thank you, doctor. You will be back next week. So if you have a question about coronavirus you want answered, write us on social media. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com.